Hello, everyone. I'm Miriam from Penguin Random House's library marketing team, and it's my pleasure to share three notable nonfiction titles that are publishing in spring. Bittersweet, How Longing and Sorrow Make Us Whole by Susan Cain. With Quiet, Susan Cain urged our society to cultivate space for the undervalued, indispensable introverts among us, thereby revealing an untapped power hidden in plain sight. Now she employs the same mix of research, storytelling, and memoir to explore why we experience sorrow and longing and the surprising lessons that these states of mind teach us about creativity, compassion, leadership, spirituality, and love. Bittersweetness is a tendency to states of longing, poignancy, and sorrow, an acute awareness of passing time, and a curiously piercing joy when beholding beauty. It recognizes that light and dark, birth and death, bitter and sweet are forever paired. Here, Cain emphasizes that bittersweetness is also a way of being, a storied heritage, a quiet force that helps us transcend personal and collective pain. Our next title is Under the Skin, The Hidden Toll of Racism on American Lives and on the Health of Our Nation by Linda Villarosa. In 2018, Villarosa's New York Times Magazine article on maternal and infant mortality among Black mothers and babies in America caused an awakening. Hundreds of studies had previously established a link between racial discrimination and the health of Black Americans, with little progress towards solutions. But Villarosa's article exposing that a Black woman with a college education is as likely to die or nearly die in childbirth as a white woman with an 8th grade education made racial disparities in healthcare impossible to ignore. Now, in Under Our Skin, Villarosa lays bare the forces in the American healthcare system and in American society that cause Black people to live sicker and die quicker compared to their white counterparts. This is a brilliant narrative backed by facts. Villarosa combines interviews with experts in the field, reams of scientific data on race and discrimination, as well as patient stories. She also includes her own personal story. Here, she relates that she is a mother of a low birth weight child and has witnessed medical discrimination directed at her own family. And this she incorporates into her investigation. This is also a very important call to action. She highlights promising solutions in the healthcare system, but also points out the corrosive effect of societal racism. This, Under the Skin, is a compelling and necessary read. Some information I'd like to share about the author is that she's a journalism professor at the City University of New York, a contributing writer at the New York Times Magazine. She's also served as the executive editor at Essence and as a science editor at the New York Times. She is also a contributor to the 1619 Project. And for our third book, we have Lift Every Voice, a celebration of Black lives by the editors of Hearst Magazines, Hearst Newspapers, and Hearst Television, with a foreword by Oprah Winfrey and an introduction by Nicole Hannah-Jones. Here, more than 50 elders share their remarkable experiences of being Black in America in a collection of powerful photographs and interviews. Among the fascinating individuals featured are civil rights activists, artists, hometown heroes, educators, trailblazers, and pioneers. The individuals include Faye Waddleton at age 77, a reproductive rights activist and the first African American and youngest president of Planned Parenthood, who recounts her experience as a nurse and midwife in the 1960s. Patti LaBelle at 77, the singer-songwriter, shares her thoughts on aging and her career as an internationally celebrated powerhouse. And Fred Gray at 89, civil rights lawyer who represented Rosa Parks and battled segregation throughout his life. Um, Throughout the book, there are these very insightful interviews that are conducted by a brilliant team of rising Black journalists, many from historically Black colleges and universities, and the portraits are shot by a talented group of next generation Black photographers. Thank you all. We hope that you have an opportunity to read these three books that are coming out in the spring. Take care.